Today we discussed about the topic coordination in plants. Plants have either a nervous system nor muscular system like animals. Plants have neither a nervous system nor a muscular system like animals, but they can respond to stimuli. Plants can respond to stimuli without a muscular system or nervous system. How is it possible? But plants show two types of movements. First, movement depend on growth, and other the movement independent of growth. First, movement depend on growth. First, movement depend on growth. Example, the directional movement of a seedling is caused by growth. The directional movement of a seedling is caused by growth. Example of movement depend on growth is the directional movement of seedling is caused by growth. Next, movement independent of growth. Movement independent of growth. Example, Mimosa pudica droops when touched. The leaves of Mimosa pudica droops when touched. The leaves of Mimosa pudica droops when touched. Next, immediate response to stimulus. Next topic, immediate response to stimulus. If we consider the case of Mimosa, that is touch me not, how the leaves droop. When we touched, plants use electrical and chemical means to convey information from one direction to next. First we draw the picture of one compound leaf of Mimosa pudica. It is a compound leaf. Leaf with common rachis and so many leaflets. This leaf is an example of pulvinous leaves. This bulged portion is known as pulvinous. Pulvinous. This is an example of pulvinous leaf. This is the stem part. This is the compound leaf. If we consider the case of mimosa, how the leaves droops when we touched. In case of mimosa and other related plants use electrical and chemical means to convey information from cell to cell. They use electrical and chemical means to convey information from cell to cell. Mimosa pudica is a member of family Fabaceae. Mimosa pudica is a member of family Fabaceae and subfamily Mimosae. The leaf base is pulvinous. Pulvinous leaf is a peculiarity of family Fabaceae. There are 3 subfamilies under family Fabaceae: Papilionaceae, Caesalpinaceae and Mimosae. This is the member of subfamily Mimosae. The pulvinous leaf part that help rapid leaf movement like drooping of leaf when touched. The leaf drooped this is the drooping leaf. If we touch, the leaf droops. It is an example of Thickmo-Nastic movement. This type of movement is known as Thickmo-Nastic movement. Thickmo-Nastic movement. If we touch the leaf, the water content from leaf base evaporates. So the cells of leaf base become flaccid. If we touch the leaf, the water content from the leaf base become evaporated. So the cells of leaf base become flaccid. Flaccid means cells with less water content. So the leaf shrink. Then the leaf droops down. After some time, water from plant body moves toward the leaf base. Again the leaf base cells become turgid. Turgid means with cells with rich water content. That means the cells swells. Then the drooping leaf become erect. Explains one more. If we touch the leaf, the water content from leaf base evaporate. So the cells of the leaf base become flaccid with less water content. That means the cells shrink, so the leaves droops. After some time, water from plant body move toward the leaf base again. The leaf base cells turgid, that means rich water content. Then the cells swells. Then the drooped leaf become erect. Next topic, movement due to growth. Next subtopic, movement due to growth. Movement due to growth. First, Thigmotropism. First, Thigmotropism. Thigmotropism. Example of Thigmotropism: coiling of pea tendrils. Coiling of pea tendrils around a support. Coiling of pea tendrils around a support. Coiling of pea tendrils around a support. The part of the tendril in contact with the object or support does not grow as rapidly as the part of the tendril away from the object or support. This causes the tendril to circle around the object and thus cling to it. This growth is directional. Plants respond to stimuli slowly by growing in a particular direction. Pea is also a member of Papilionaceae, subfamily Papilionaceae and family Fabaceae. We see there are different types of tendrils. They coil around the support. In this case, that is Thigmotropism. The part of the tendril in contact with an object does not grow as rapidly as the part of the tendril away from the object, that is support. This causes the tendril to circle around the object and thus cling to it. This growth is directional. Plants respond to stimuli slowly by growing in a particular direction. Next, tropic movement. Tropic movement. It can be either toward the stimulus or away from it. The tropic movement may be either toward the stimulus or away from it. This movement may be either towards the stimulus or away from the stimulus from the stimulus. Some plant hormones responsible for such movements. Some plant hormones or phytohormones responsible for tropic movement. Some plant hormones responsible for such movements. Next, phototropism. There are different types of tropic movements. First, phototropism. There are different types of tropic movements. The first, phototropism. Phototropism. Example, shoots bending towards light. Example, plant shoots or branches. Shoots bending towards light. Next type of tropic movement, that is geotropism. Geotropism. Example, roots grow toward the earth or gravity. Example, plant roots grows towards the earth or gravitational force or gravity. Next type of tropic movement, hydrotropism. Hydrotropism. Here example, roots grow toward the water. Roots always grow toward the water content. Next, chemotropism. Chemotropism. What is chemotropism? The growth of pollen tubes towards ovules. The chemicals or hormones influence the movement. That is chemotropism. Example, growth of pollen grains. Growth of pollen grains. After the pollination, pollen tubes are formed from the pollen grains. These pollen tubes moves towards the ovule of the female reproductive organ. We can discuss it in next lesson. Example of chemotropism, growth of pollen tubes towards the ovule. Pollen tubes towards ovule. Next, heliotropism. Heliotropism. Example, movement of sunflower in response to the sun's path. The movement of sunflower in response to the sun's path. It is a specific type of tropism. At early morning, the sunflower faces toward east and it follow the sun's path, and at the evening time it bends toward the west part. Example, movement of sunflower. Movement of sunflower in response to the sun's path. Sun's path. It is a specific type of tropism. It is a specific type of tropism. Next topic, importance of hormones in animal body. There are some difference in between animal and plant body hormones and their functions. The transmission of impulse and appropriate response are very fast in case of animals, but it can have some limitations. The limitations: first, they will reach only those cells. The impulses reach only those cells that are connected with nervous tissues. Second, once an electrical impulse generated in a cell and transmitted, the cell will take some time to reset its mechanisms before it can generate and transmit a new impulse. That is, the cells cannot continually create and transmit electrical impulse. That means simply the cells, that is, the cells cannot continually create and transmit electrical impulses. The cells cannot continually create and transmit electrical impulses. Another means of communication between cells, that is chemical communication or hormonal communication. In case of animal body, there are other different means of communication, that is chemical or hormonal communication. Chemical or hormonal communication. Instead of generating impulses, neurons stimulate, that is endocrine or hormone producing glands. Cells for release hormones. The endocrine glands are the cells for releasing hormones. These hormones travel through the bloodstream and act on specific target organ or tissue. What is tissue? Tissue is a group of cells with a common function. Specific cells and control certain functions. Instead of generating impulses, neurons stimulate or producing hormones, that is endocrine glands producing hormones. These hormones travel through the bloodstream and act on specific target organ or tissues and control certain functions. Tissues are the group of cells with a common function. Endocrine glands. In animals, endocrine glands produce different types of the chemical or hormonal communication. Endocrine glands produce different types of hormones that act on specific target organs or tissues. Tissues are the group of cells with a common function and control certain functions. Next topic, plant hormones or phytohormones. The functional area of such hormone are far away from their production site. The phytohormones produced in some places and its target organs are different from its production site. Next part, important plant hormones. Important plant hormones. First, auxin. Auxin synthesized at the shoot tip help the cells to grow longer. When light comes from one side of the plant, auxin diffuses toward the shady side of shoot. The concentration of auxin stimulates the cells to grow longer on the side of the shoot which is away from the light. Thus the plant appears to bend toward the light. This is the function of phytohormone auxin. Next, gibberellin. Gibberellin helps for elongation of stem, that is internodal region. Internodal region are the region in between two nodal region. In nodal region, leaves are produced. Second function, induce parthenocarpy. Parthenocarpy means formation of seedless fruits. Third function, breaking dormancy. Dormancy means seeds help to germinate. Next, cytokinins. Cytokinins helps for cell division, prevent aging of plants. Next, ethylene. Ethylene helps ripening of fruits. Next one, abscisic acid. It is the growth inhibitor, that is it promotes senescence of leaves. Senescence means old aging. Helps closing of stomata, etc. Now we complete this session.